In this video, I'm going to instruct you on how to make an endangered species collegraph. The materials that you will need for this assignment are one 8x10 canvas board, one jar of Mod Podge mat, various textured items, one pair of scissors, one 1-inch paintbrush, printmaking paper, a paint tray or shallow pan, one brayer, block ink, a palette for mixing paint, and a wooden or plastic spoon. The first step to this assignment is to research endangered species and choose an animal that is a simple composition that would be best for your project. The next step is to sketch out the animal in your sketchbook, and then take the sketch from the sketchbook and sketch it onto an 8x10 canvas board. The next step is to make a photocopy of the canvas board that you drew your sketch on to make a pattern in order to cut the textured pieces from. After you've made a photocopy of your canvas board, simply cut the pieces out, cut around the edges of the different patterns you would like to have with the different textures. After you have cut out all of your pieces, lay them out to where they're going to go, and then take one of your texture pieces and put your pattern. This is the horn of the rhinoceros. We're going to cut from this old pair of sweatpants, and you just go around it and you just cut it out to match the pattern. After you've cut the textured piece from your photocopied pattern, you take the textured piece, which is a pair of sweatpants, and you get some Mod Podge mat. Dip your 1-inch brush in the Mod Podge mat and paint the area that you want to put the textured piece over top of your drawing. Then you apply the piece to the canvas board, and then you continue with all your pattern pieces until you get the desired look. This is what mine looks like. This is my rhinoceros. This is sweatpants, string, yarn, long johns, piece of rope, some foil, some sandpaper, and part of an old t-shirt. After you finish placing all your pieces and Mod Podging them down, the last step to this part of making the printing plate is to put a thick layer of Mod Podge mat over the entire plate, the whole plate, and then you let it dry overnight. The next step in making our collegraph is the printing process. And to begin the printing process, you take a piece of printmaking paper and you submerge it in water and let it sit until the paper becomes damp, pretty damp. While you're waiting for your paper to soak, approximately 5 to 10 minutes, you can mix your colors, which I've already done. And then you take the colors that you want and paint them onto the plate with your 1-inch paintbrush. After you have painted the surface of your canvas board with block ink, and you have the whole canvas completed, you take your paper that you've been soaking and you lay it on a towel, and then you fold the towel over and dry it just somewhat. You don't want it really, really wet, but you don't want it to be completely dry either. So After you soak it, take the paper and place it on top of your plate. Then you take your hands, pat it down, and sometimes you take the fist and roll it. And you can take your paper while holding the paper down, take this part and gently roll it back to see how it's working and what areas you need to concentrate on. Then you can take a wooden spoon, or I have this plastic spoon, and you can rub in the edges or the deeper parts. After you've rubbed the entire back side of the paper, and you gently pull the paper off of the plate, and you have your rhinoceros print. You let it dry on a flat surface, and when it's dry, you can frame it. These are the 3 prints that I made from the collegraph plate. You can re-ink the plate at any time and make as many prints as you would like.